Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are going to paint rosemary, and I'm going to add rosemary flowers as well, which is totally optional. If you like to have something like this, you can add flowers, or else you can only paint leaves as well. Now I'm creating multiple string and dividing it into multiple substring as well to create a nice composition. So I have created a big string and then divided it into a Y shape, then one more Y shape at the top of the string, and then I'm creating a nice green shade. So I have light green in my palette, so I'm using that, mixing a little bit of blue and red together to get a nice green color. And then you can start creating the stems that you have created with the help of pencil. So you can do the same thing with the help of watercolor as well, because we need very fine stem kind of pattern here. So I'm not pushing my brush too much, and I'm using tip of my brush to paint something like this. So this is what we have created. Now I also need flower. So for the flower I need some green element outgrowth kind of structure wherein we can create our flowers. So basically these are the base of the flower, and you can also call it sepals as well, which we usually see at the base, and you can create something like this wherever you feel like you need your flowers to be. So I'm creating multiple pattern like this, creating a small Y kind of shape, and these are the little outgrowth we can see around the flower area. So that is something we need to create. So keep doing it until you're satisfied. Remember, we also need leaves as well, so I'm keeping the lower portion of the string as is to paint leaves. Now I'm using violet color, and I'm going to mix a little bit of white into it to make it little lighter. Although white color is something usually we don't use in watercolor, but sometimes I like to use white color as well to dilute the color and to make it little lighter. And then you can start creating small petal kind of shape, and because these flowers are very small in size, you can randomly create flower kind of pattern, creating small patch of this particular color in a leaf shape. Also you can do this, and do this in every area wherein you have created a small green patch. So keep doing it, and there is no rule as such. You just need to create a small pattern, and eventually you will see it is looking like a flower. So very simple and easy to paint, nothing fancy as such. As you can see, I'm just tapping my brush and moving my brush a little bit towards left and right to get a leaf kind of shape, to make it look like these are the flowers which are in a group. So something like this you can do, and keep doing it until you're satisfied. And I am doing it with the help of lighter color, so you can just go in between with the help of darker color as well to make it more bushier. So once done with the lighter color, you can have few petals in between with the help of darker color, but don't overdo that particular step, because we need both lighter and darker color, but darker color we need only few. So adding few petals in between with the help of darker color to finish my flowers. And we are done with the flowers. Now let's start with the leaf. So first I am using my previous color, which I have created mixing red, blue and light green color, and then you can start painting little longer leaf this time and rounded from the tip. So basically this is, you can say, a teardrop kind of shape, but little longer. And also I'm doing it at distance first, and perspective of leaf is also important, so keep the perspective a little different from each other, and also do little bit of overlapping between two leaves, between flowers and leaves, between stem and leaves, to make it more real. So first you can try to create a normal leaf, and then maybe you can try creating the leaf in between the flowers as well. And overlapping of leaf like this one is something I feel important, because we have so many leaves, so one dimensional does not look good. So have different perspective and have little overlapping leaves as well. So I did multiple leaves, as you can see. Nothing fancy as such, you just need to drag your brush little longer to make a longer leaf and make it little rounded from the tip and come back to the same place from where you have started. And few leaves little bit tilted, twisted, to get little different perspective. So either you can paint all the leaves with the same color, but I'm going to add little different color as well to paint leaves. So this is the first color that I have created, and I have created most of my leaves with this particular color, as you can see, right? Now I'm using light green color, mixing more yellow into my green, little bit of blue, more vibrant, so more yellow, and then add few more leaves in between with this particular color. So no need to change anything, you just need to add more leaves with this particular color. In between you can have multiple leaves, and in this way you can have little variation into the color, and you can also have little bushes structure of leaf as well. So keep doing it until you're satisfied with this particular color as well, creating more leaves. And maybe we can try one more color to paint our leaves, but let's finish with this particular color. And we are almost done. I'm using last color, so I'm adding more blue into my existing green to make it little darker, and I'm going around a couple of my leaves, creating the center line for the leaf. Also you can have new leaves with this particular color. You can also go around the stem area to make it a little darker. Basically we need to do some finishing touch here and there, so creating the center line for the leaves, making the stem little darker, creating few more leaves in between, and that's all we needed for today's video. And I hope this video is easy and simple to follow, and please do let me know if you have any kind of feedback for me. And thank you so much for watching my videos. See you all in the next video with one more simple tutorial.